Hello everyone, welcome back to Kiran's English Hub. In this video, I'm going to teach you Osmania University's semester 2, and in that semester 2, unit 1 vocabulary section, that is oxymoron and hyperbole. These two are the figures of speech. These two topics are given in only one single unit. Okay, let us go through the exercises. First, let us understand what is an oxymoron. This oxymoron is the first figures of speech given. Oxymoron is nothing but in one particular statement you will come across juxtaposing words in the sense the combination of two opposite words. Okay, so if you find out that combination, that itself is the oxymoron. Let us look at this first one. The room was filled with a deafening silence. Okay, can anybody give me the answer here in the comments? The room was filled with deafening silence. What in by deafening silence here? Deafening in the sense very loud. Okay, and what is given on the other side? Silence is given. Silence in the sense without any loud, without any sound. So this part here, a deafening silence, is nothing but oxymoron in this case. Now these two words are opposite to each other. Silence, no sound. Deafening is too loud. Next, five soldiers were wounded in friendly fire. Five soldiers were wounded were in friendly fire. Fire is completely opposite. You can call it as a fight and friendly fight. Okay, we have friendly matches. What happens in the friendly matches? You call it as friendly, but match is completely opposite of friendliness. So friendly and fire, these two can be opposite to each other. Next, the clone was seriously funny. What are the opposing words here? You know the clone, right? The clone was seriously, somebody is very serious and somebody is very funny. These two words are opposite to each other. So this part is oxymoron in this case. Next, I had to do it. I had no choice. See, no here is to tell that something is negative, whereas choice is something which tells that you have alternatives. No is completely negative and choice that you have alternative. So here no and choice, they both become opposite to each other. Next one, he was the most learned fool in the country. Can anybody give me the correct answer for this? Can you underline which is oxymoron? The combination of oxymoron here. The oxymoron is learned. What in by learned person? Learned person in the sense wise person who is knowledgeable person. Okay, what in by fool? Fool is a person who doesn't have any knowledge, who is not wise. Now this combination of learned fool comes as oxymoron in this case. Okay, next, you are clearly confused by the explanation. See, you can say the explanation is very clear. You can also say the explanation is confusing. But what is the statement given here? Clearly confused. Clearly confused in the sense completely confused. Okay, so these two are opposite to each other, right? Next, let us go to the next further questions here. This is old news. This is old news. What do you mean by old? Old is something which is outdated, which is already over. What is news? News is something which is latest. Old and new, that comes as the combination. Okay, next, did you bring the original copy? See, original is the original certificates which you have. Copy is which is not original. Now we are combining this original copy together to give a new meaning. Okay, next, she is deeply superficial. Okay, so deeply in the sense in a deep way, that means too sad or something. Another one is superficial. Superficial comes with the meaning of anything that on the outer layer, on the top, or outside. Okay, which is on the layer side. Okay, not inside, which is not deep, which is on the top. So deeply superficial in the sense completely on the top. Okay, completely the outside layer kiss. Okay, so here deeply and superficial, these two are the oxymoron cases. Next, let us move to the 10th question. The dog is pretty ugly. See, we say if somebody is very cute, we say, oh, she's very pretty. Other one is we say if somebody is too bad to look, then we can say ugly. But pretty ugly here comes as a new meaning. Pretty ugly means completely ugly. Now, pretty ugly becomes combination of oxymoron. Two opposite. Next, he is quite passive aggressive. What in by aggressive? Aggressive is very serious, one who gets too much anger. Okay, what in by passive? Passive in the sense one who is very, meek, calm going person. Okay, very cool person. Okay, so passive and aggressive, these two become opposite to each other here. So one who is very aggressive, one who is very calm and cool. Next, the tabloid printed an article on unpopular celebrities. What is oxymoron in this sentence? Unpopular who is not famous, celebrities who is very famous. Now, which one can be the oxymoron here? These two. Unpopular celebrities. Next, hyperbole. This is the second figures of speech which we have. Hyperbole is nothing but this is another figures of speech which comes as exaggeration. Exaggeration in the sense, whatever the thing that is there, you highlight that and tell in more words which is not real. Let us look at the first one, you will get a clarity. We had to wait forever for the bus. Forever in the sense, forever, it is like ever. Okay, never ending. Can anybody wait for the bus in such a way? No. But here somebody is trying to exaggerate their time, exaggerate exaggerating to tell that they have waited for more time. Okay, so to tell that we are using one word here, that is forever. Now you have to underline the expressions which are hyperbolic here. Okay, so let us look at this hyperbolic statement. We had to wait forever. Wait forever for the bus, nobody waits forever. But here, to tell that you have waited for more time, you can use I wait forever. Next, I died of embarrassment. Can anybody die of embarrassment? Nobody dies of embarrassment. Okay, you get so much of shy, or you feel like going away from there if you are embarrassed, but nobody dies of embarrassment. So here this is again hyperbolic statement. Next, what's for dinner? I am starving. What do you mean by starving? Starving is somebody who is dying out of hunger. Because of hunger somebody is dying, that is called as starving. Now nobody dies just if he doesn't eat for one part of the day. So if you are like too hungry, you tell this to someone, right? What's for dinner? I'm starving. I'm starving. You are not really dying there, but you want to tell that you are too much hungry. Next, I have a million things to do. I have a million things to do here, not literally million, but you have so many things to do. For example, your mother could come and tell you, I have if you don't do any work, if your father all of a sudden if he comes, she would tell, I told her 100 times but she is not listening. Does she really tell you 100 times? She doesn't, but she want to tell your father that she had insisted you to do the work for so many times. But there the hyperbolic statement is 100 times. Okay. Next, she is as slow as turtle. Nobody you know is as slow as turtle. It is to tell a sense of understanding, where you want to tell that somebody is doing things very slow, somebody is not very fast. So this is a sense of comparison here. Next, I could sleep for a year. When you're too tired, you would say I could sleep for a year. Can anybody sleep for a year? No. So sleep for a year is nothing but you will sleep for very long time because you are tired. So that is another hyperbolic statement. Next, it was the most amazing sight ever. So when you see something very beautiful, you would say, wow, this is the most amazing sight ever. But nothing is most amazing sight ever, because everything is most amazing other than the things that you see. Next, I'm so hungry, I could eat a horse. Can anybody eat a horse if somebody is hungry? No. It is just like, when you go to a restaurant with your friends, and if you're too hungry, your friends would ask you, hey, what do you want to order and all. You would say, order anything, I'm hungry, I will eat anything. So to tell that, you could say, I could eat a horse. I could eat a horse in the sense I could eat anything. Next, I can't live without him. This is another hyperbolic statement, which, of course, all the degree students use, right? Let us first understand this. I can't live without him. A girl could say this, not boys. Okay, girl could say this, right? So without him, this is usually told by the boys. To understand it better, change it into her. Some boy is saying this. I can't live without her. Boys would say this, right? Not all the girls say I can't live without him. Now I can't live without him. Can somebody can't live with, see, you can say I can't live without oxygen, right? Because if oxygen stops, you die. You could literally say that is reality, that is not hyperbolic statement. But coming to this case here, I can't live without him, is this reality? This is not reality, this is hyperbolic. Because if that fellow is not speaking to you, would go on leaving. It is not like, if immediately if he goes away from you, it is not just like a Wi-Fi which disconnects. So again, this becomes hyperbolic statement. I can't live without him, right? Next, the lecture went on forever, I was bored to death. Here you have two hyperbolic statements. One is the lecture went on forever. Went on forever in the sense the lecture was continued for very long time. Another one is I was bored to death. Nobody bores to death. People get bored, but not to till death. Okay, it doesn't lead them to death. So two hyperbolic statements are there to tell that something is very for very long and something is very boring. Next, I have told you 100 times. See, this is a statement example that I have given you before. Your mother would say, hey, I told you 100 times to wash the dishes, you are not washing. But nobody really tells 100 times, right? So that is another hyperbolic statement. Next, this is the worst day of my life. See, the worst day of everybody's life is the day when you leave this earth. Yes, but that is reality. But coming to this case here, this is the worst day of my life. You would say this when something bad happens to you. If some girl rejects you, if some boy rejects you, say, oh no, this is the worst day of my life. But there are many worse days. So this is the worst day of my life. This becomes another hyperbolic statement. This you would tell when you want to express that your day was not good, right? So this is it for this video, students. And in the next video we have got a couple of another vocabulary and grammar. We have loan words. I don't think we can go through the loan words that much. We have auxiliary verbs, non-finite verbs, adverbs, simile and metaphor. Next, portmanteau words. We'll try to complete the videos very soon. Thank you for watching. If you are the first time viewer for this channel, please do subscribe, and also please do share these videos with your friends. Thank you.